Assalamu alaikum student, this is Dr. Naveed Shahad, your course instructor. Today it is our 12th lecture. In this lecture we will talk about occurrence of mutations. We will discuss how mutation occur in the organism and how we can identify mutations in million billions of the cells in an individual. Now let's start. In modern genetics, mutant genes have another role in which their precise function is important. Mutant genes can be used as probes to disassemble or to separate the constituents parts of a biological function and to examine their workings and interrelations. Thus, it is of considerable interest to a biologist studying a particular function to have as many mutant forms that affect the function as possible. This need has to lead the mutant hunts. Mutant hunts as an important introduction to any genetic dissection in biology. To identify a genetic variant is to identify a component of biological process. When we identify biological process, it means actually we are going to understand the functionality of that one process. If functionality of process is affected, then it means there is some kind of the genetic change that is called mutation. Next, our question is, what are the mutation detection systems, or what kind of the mutation detection systems work by which we can sort out a mutant? The tremendous stability and constancy of form of species from generation to generation suggest that mutation must be a rare process. If mutation is a rare process, so we can identify mutation at its specific point. But if it is very common, not rare process, then very difficult to detect the mutation. This idea has been confirmed, creating a problem for a researcher who is trying to demonstrate mutation. The prime need is for a detection system. What is detection system? A set of the circumstances in which a mutant allele will mask its presence, known at the specific level, known at a phenotypic level. Such a system allows rare mutations to be found in large scale researches called screens. So in case of mutation detection system, rare mutation have to screen out from a specific organism. One of the main consideration is that of the dominance. The system must be set up so that the mutations that create new recessive alleles, which are the most common type, will not be masked by a dominant wild type allele. As an example, we can use one of the first detection systems ever set up, used by the Lewis Stadler in 1920s to study the mutation in corn from C capital allele. C capital allele expressed phenotypically as a colored kernel, and C small expressed as a white kernel. Here we are talking about the phenotype of the endosperm of the seed. This tissue form when two haploid female nuclei fuse with one haploid nucleus from the male pollen cell. So it's mean two haploid female nuclei fuse with one haploid male nucleus. The tissue has 3 chromosome sets, that is 3n. Student, as you have already studied, you have already focused on the euploidy. So 3n mean it is triploid. 3 sets of the chromosomes are present here. One dominant C capital allele in combination with 2 C small alleles causes the kernel to be colored. स्टूडेंट, इस केस में बात हो रही है मेज़ में कर्नल कलर की. कर्नल मीन एक्चुअली मेज़ का सीड, जो आप लोग मेज़ का जो सिट्टा खाते हैं जिसको हम कहते हैं कोब. अब कोब या सिट्टा जो है, इस पर कभी आपने ऑब्ज़र्व किया हो कि कुछ सीड जो हैं वो डिफरेंट कलर के होते हैं एज़ कम्पेयर टू अदर. सो व्हाट इज़ द रीज़न बिहाइंड दिस? रीज़न इसकी है यहाँ पे म्यूटेशन. म्यूटेशन की वजह से कर्नल का स्पेसिफिक कोब का स्पेसिफिक कर्नल जो है या सीड जो है उसका कलर चेंज हो जाता है. इसमें 3 एलील्स इन्वॉल्व हैं, सी कैपिटल सी स्मॉल. तो ये इसमें एक नॉर्मल कलर इसको प्रोवाइड करेगा. अगर हम कहते हैं कि इफ़ देयर इज़ एनी काइंड ऑफ म्यूटेशन इन सी कैपिटल जो है म्यूटेंट होके सी स्मॉल में चला जाता है, तो उस केस में सी कैपिटल जो है वो बेसिकली मेल साइड से है. सी कैपिटल में म्यूटेशन आई तो देन इट विल बी सी स्मॉल क्रॉस विद अदर 2 सी स्मॉल alleles, then it's mean all alleles are C small. So white color will appear in kernel of the cob of corn. तो ये क्यों कर हुआ है? म्यूटेशन की वजह से. स्टैडलर ने इस केस में क्या किया? स्टैडलर क्रॉस करवाया C small with C capital and examined thousands of the individual kernels on the corn ears that resulted from this cross. Each kernel is a progeny individual. जितने भी इसमें कर्नल्स हैं, सीड हैं, सारे बेसिकली इसमें इंडिविजुअल्स हैं. जिस तरह हम मैंडल के लॉ के हवाले से पढ़ रहे हैं कि प्रोजेनी में डिफरेंट इंडिविजुअल्स होते हैं, तो जितने भी सीड्स होंगे सारे इंडिविजुअल कंसीडर किए जाएंगे अलग अलग. सो इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ म्यूटेशन एवरी कर्नल इज सी कैपिटल सी स्मॉल एंड शोज कलर्ड फिनोटाइप. सपोज इस केस में जैसा पर्पल यहाँ पे कलर आ रहा है, and therefore a white kernel reveals that C capital mutated to C small in a male reproductive cell of C capital parent. System has then detected a germinal mutation. This is germinal mutation due to which C capital changed to the C small. Although laborious This is a very straightforward and reliable method of mutation detection. Look here, corn, cob, the detection system for mutation at a specific locus of corn. Two types of kernels are present. Mostly kernels are C capital, C small, C small. It means it's a wild type or normal type of the kernels, actually showing the purple color. Single kernel, which is a mutant kernel, has three sets of allele: C small, C small, C small. Due to this kernel is mutant. We can compare wild type kernel and mutant kernel. Wild type or normal kernel is C capital, C small, C small. Mutant kernel is C small, C small, C small. And this mutant allele is actually from the male side. So we can say the detection system for mutation at a specific locus of kernel. The C allele determines presence of a purple pigment in kernels, whereas C small results no color. Simply we say it's white. This basic system can be extended to as many as loci as can be conveniently made heterozygous in the same cross. For example, here we are discussing not a single locus, we are discussing many loci. How many loci? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 loci: A plus, A plus, B plus, B plus, C plus, C plus, D plus, D plus. These are the 4 loci. When these 3 genes cross with recessive genes A small, A small, A small, B small, B small, C small, C small, D small, D small. These are the recessive alleles. On the other side, with plus signs are the dominant alleles or genes. When we get F1 generation, in this case 3 types of the organism produces. First type is the normal type: A plus A, B plus B, C plus C, D plus D. It is actually showing the wild type or normal type. In other case, A plus B, A, B with B, actually it should B plus B, but it is B and B. C plus C, D plus D. So this is a mutant at the locus B. Second one mutant is a mutant at the locus D. Locus number 4, D. Other loci are the wild type: A plus A, B plus B, C plus C. So this will help us to study different mutations in the same time, because we are focusing more than one loci, many loci, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 or more than this we can use. And by increasing the number of loci, the investigator increases the chances of detecting a mutation in the experiment. Standard method for detecting germinal mutation is now called specific locus test. The same principle can be applied to somatic mutation also. Once again, to increase the chances of finding and quantifying mutation, the number of loci under study can be increased to any level that is feasible. Feasible mean easy to handle, easy to make crosses. Let's look at another example in which detectable mutations affect the coat color of mice. The phenotypes and genes responsible for them are leaden, represented with LN. Leaden is actually lead color. Pallid represent with PA. Pallid showing the pale color or yellow color, pale yellow skin color. Brown represented by B. Chinchilla by CH. Pink eyed dilution with P, dilution with D, and purple with PE. These are the different colors which phenotypically appears and with their symbols. After making their crosses, what will be the result? Mice from the pure line of the following genotypes are crossed. So in this case, pure lines, in some cases one mouse is dominant for specific color or recessive for other. Same with other mouse like LN, PA, and PE. These are the recessive alleles. Here B plus B, CH plus CH plus P plus P plus D plus D plus. These are the dominant alleles. So how many alleles or genes are focusing on the same time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 loci are focusing in the same time. So then what will be the F1 generation? F1 generation will be the LN plus PA plus B plus CH plus P plus D plus PE plus. So females bear embryos of the multiply heterozygous genotype. Because all of the mutant alleles are recessive, the codes of the F1 are expected to be wild type. However, somatic mutations from wild type to mutant at any of the heterozygous loci cause mutant sectors on the coat. Here student, mutant sector mean actually specific area on the mice coat which has a different color. Why different color? Because due to the mutation, specific mutation on the specific sector, specific area. How frequency of these mutant sectors increases? Frequency of these mutant sector increases dramatically if the investigator injects a mutation inducing chemical into the uterus of pregnant mother at 8th day of the pregnancy. This injection exposes the developing embryos to the chemical. Progeny show many more mutant sectors than do mice that were not exposed to the mutagens as embryos. The Potency of the chemical can be quantified simply by the counting the number of the mutant sectors and comparing this number with observed in the untreated animals. So this is a good way to check the potency of the chemical. If there are more mutant sectors in the mutant organism as compared to control organism, so we can say that chemical has a high potency, otherwise it show the low potency. Mutant sector, the presence of mutant sector depends on the potency of the chemicals. Here this is a case, a female mouse which is pregnant and a chemical is introduced into the uterus of female mouse and observe the mutation. How common are the mutations? Our detection system must be designed before an investigator can find mutation. If our detection system is available, investigator can set out on a mutant hunt. One thing which become readily apparent, mutations are in general very rare. This point we have already discussed. Mutation should very rare. If mutations are not rare, most common, then it's very difficult to study. How we can focus a specific point of an individual, because most of the part is involved in mutation. Rare mutation easy to study, because in case of rare mutation we will focus on specific mutant sector. Mutation study of this sort are a lot of work. Mostly we observed when counting a million of the anything, it is a so much difficult task. Another feature shown by these data is that different genes seem to generate different frequencies of mutation. A 500-fold range is seen in the corn results. So it's depend on the behavior of the genes, type of the genes. Some genes generate very high frequency of mutation and some very low. As in case of corn, 500-fold range of mutation seen. One of the prime necessity of the mutation analysis is to be able to measure tendency of the different genes to mutate. Two terms are commonly used to quantify mutation. First is mutation rate and other is mutation frequency. What is mutation rate? Mutation rate is expressed as number of the mutations occurring in some unit of time. Number of the mutations occurring in some unit of the time. So what is unit of the time? What is the unit here? The units commonly used are a cell generation span, an organismal generation span, और a cell division. सेल जनरेशन भी हो सकती है, कोई ऑर्गेनिज्म जो है उसके लाइफ स्पैन की भी बात हो सकती है, या एक सेल डिवीज़न की बात हो सकती है। Student, you can see that these spans are all biological units of time. So this is a simple cell lineage showing a mutation at M. Consider the lineage of the cells. There has been only one mutation event, so numerator of the mutation rate is established, but what can we use as a denominator to divide this? The total time for the mutation may be represented either by the total number of the straight line like these lines. We may count these lines: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. 14 are the total lines. It means 14 total generation spans. 14 generations occur here from the start point, from the top to bottom. 14 line mean 14 generation of what? Maybe of an organism, maybe of cell, but here we say this is a cell generation lines. 14 cells generated overall. Or alternatively by total number of the cell divisions. Total number of cell divisions, we may count total number of cell divisions are here. Count 1 first cell division, second cell division, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 are the cell divisions. You may count cell, how many cell divisions overall here? 7. We might say the mutant rate, for example, as 1 mutation per 7 cell division. Total 7 cell divisions are present and only 1 cell division is a mutant type of cell division. 1 out of 7 cell division is the mutant cell division. The mutation frequency is the frequency. What is the mutation frequency? Mutation frequency is the frequency at which a specific kind of mutation is found in a population of the cells or individuals. The cell population can be a gametes, asexual spores, or almost any other cell type. In our example, the mutation frequency is final population of the 8 cells would be the would be the 2/8. Mutation frequency in final population of the 8 cells would be the 2/8, 2 cells out of the 8 cells. Look here. Finally, cells we obtained through this cell division are the 8 cells: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 are the final cells. Out of 8 cells, 2 cells are mutant cells. So mutation frequency can be calculated 2 divided by 8. Then answer will be the 0.25. If we want to take it into the percentage, then mutation frequency will be the 0.25 multiplied by 100 is equal to 25%. So mutation frequency will be the 25%. It's a simple thing to understand कि 8 सेल्स में से 2 सेल्स अगर म्यूटेंट हैं तो वो 2 जो है वो 8 का 25% बनता है। तो इस केस में म्यूटेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी जो है वो फिर 25% है। इस तरीके से हम इसमें म्यूटेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी फाइंड कर सकते हैं। दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट अकरेंस ऑफ द म्यूटेशन।